Hey, is my audio on?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Can
needed
you hear
to.
me? Hear
Yeah,
me too?
yeah.
Okay. We're
I,
down at that's the lake out there behind me.
oh, you're in Alabama, huh?
We're in Alabama, so I had to remember that for me it was at noon instead of 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Whoa, that would have been a terrible miss.
Wow. So I see there's still green on the trees out there.
There's still lots of green on the trees. Yeah, the lake is way down. We're here just checking on the house. I had to
Okay.
come down on it.
Well, I
And
see
then
John.
tomorrow we go up to Jacksonville to the last home game.
Oh, okay, great. I see John and Jenny are joining us.
Oh,
Hey,
good.
Mark.
Hey, John.
And how are you?
Doing good. You got my sister Margaret Ann on the phone. On the
Hey,
Zoom.
Hey, Jenny.
Hi.
Let's get us.
Well, I don't see your picture yet.
Yeah, still trying to figure it out.
I think you had. No, that's not it.
Oh, there we
Well,
go.
Jenny, I guess you can stop stuffing those mailboxes for Gavin Newsom now.
Hey, our county, the county that I live in that's all I can say. We did all right. We voted for the other guy, so.
You guys better put Herschel over the line there, Margaret Ann.
Yes.
Well,
What is it with you guys and that Senate seat?
I'm ready to start pounding the turf myself and handing out things. Honestly, this is exactly what happened last year, too, with
Right.
Warren Kelly Loeffler. And now it's a different candidate. And everybody seems to think that this is the one thing going into a runoff is the one thing that's given Herschel the greatest chance to win. So I hope the pundits are right, but we'll see. He's
Yeah,
uh, he's got to get a big turnout. Brian Kemp has got to get behind him 150%, which he is doing.
Hmm.
that's what I hear. Yeah.
So,
Well,
so
we're counting on you.
I know, so many are.
No, just for one seat. Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this Arizona and Nevada stuff is ridiculous. It's taking so long.
And when are they going to finish counting? Have you heard?
Whenever
they think maybe early. They're hoping early next week or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are two other that could really
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
help. So
This happened 20 years ago.
Yeah. Hey, but Mark, congratulations to Wyoming.
Yeah. So we got
You guys
Joe
have your
outdoors.
Hey, Joe.
Joe,
you're on mute.
in Apple Hill right now.
You guys remember the venue? I'm
Oh, yeah. High Hill.
Not coming in clear, Joe.
I think you're on. She's
like bananas, but I can't.
Yeah.
Joe, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we're with I will turn off the video. It's friends of ours from college
We got
for
Emmers
our annual.
Here's Don.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Don.
Hey, guys. Hey, John.
Hey, Emily.
It looks like Margaret Ann, you and Don, you guys had a great vacation.
Oh yeah, you're.
Wow. We've told everybody we've talked about it too that we were so taken by Turkey. Surprised by it. I guess we felt like we were going to be viewed as infidels. We were just welcomed with great enthusiasm and fell in love with the country. And of course, to go to Ephesus is just mind blowing. So
yeah.
some of the things that we saw were just marvelous. We had great guides. Istanbul was unbelievable. 16 million people and so well organized. And that airport is more beautiful than anything I have ever seen. I mean, they're really doing something right. The only other Muslim country we'd been to was Jordan. And the minute we crossed over from Israel into Jordan, there was trash everywhere and all that, really ugly things that I couldn't understand at the time. Not so in Turkey, of course, although they do profess to be a Muslim country. They are. And
Right.
they're very open about that, but also open about the fact that they're setting the tone for other Islamic countries to be more democratic, show more freedom of worship, endorse women's rights, and so on and so forth. So, wow, we were happily impressed.
Oh, that's great. How long was the trip?
About 15 days.
Oh, nice.
So
It's
see,
great.
Did you
we got
visit
Stephanie
Mark and
Muriel.
Emily when they were in Turkey?
No, we did not. We did not.
Okay.
In fact, I can't
We
remember
should
now
have,
why
yeah.
we should have. We followed him everywhere else he went. I don't know why, but we showed up in Montreal and France and I don't know, wherever.
I said, looks like Everett's waking up.
Yeah.
We don't have all the pictures up here.
Let's see if we do. I need to check on that too.
Okay, well, I'm
Oh.
glad the kids are on. I've got a special treat for them coming up here after we show the website. So we have a fun video to share with them.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
Great.
Hey,
Emma,
Lily, you don't need to hide. We're not
We
gonna...
see you, Lil. Hey, Sue, we can't see you.
Sue
I
is
know I
really-
can't get my picture up, but I'm working on it. So as soon as I can get
What
my
did you
picture
do?
up,
Hit the video?
I'll
Well,
share it.
there's something up in the top banner. You might have something that'll open it up for you.
No, it shows a red on my my picture thing. So there's
Okay.
something, I don't know. Anyway.
Dad, are you in your office or are you at home right now?
I'm at the office.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize the
Yeah.
background. That's why.
It's interesting. I'm looking here.
Emily, how's school? How's being a teacher?
Well, my school is done, but I'm now
Yeah.
I'm now Dad's employee.
Hit him up for a raise.
She's doing
I
great.
should. I actually should. The class is going really well. I'm teaching a data and decision modeling class. And I had 2 weeks notice that I was going to do it and starting from scratch. with
Doing
the
great. She's
new
got
curriculum, so.
8 guest speakers, Google Analytics folks, and they're rocking it.
Oh,
It's
great.
fun. Lots of fun.
Has winter set in yet there?
Where?
Here in Wyoming, yeah, we're about freezing right now.
Snow? Do you have snow?
No snow.
No snow.
Wow.
We
It was
had
83 in Atlanta on Tuesday. No.
Thanks, Don.
You are-
well. I'm looking at my gallery here, and I'm seeing there's a cat behind Emily. There's actually 2. They'll probably start playing here soon. We also got a cat at the at Jeff and Muriel's place too. So, oh, we got Jess and Tanner here.
Hey, guys.
Yes.
You're on mute. There you go.
Hey, I may have to take off a little early because I've got a meeting I need to be at, but
Sure.
I'm here now.
So how's the PhD program going?
Oh, it's coming along. Jess and I are flying out to Indianapolis next weekend for a conference and to see Jules. It was a nice opportunity to get out there to see her. Yeah.
Well, let me show you something.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jules isn't gonna be able to join us today. She says hi to everybody, but she's got a work commitment she can't get out of.
So this is a billboard I got up outside of town.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
Who is that guy?
That's Steven. He's our best wrestler right now.
Oh, is he the one
Or
that
I
Steven
should-
Buchanan.
He
So-
could win nationals this year. Yeah.
So
That's cool.
Cindy has inspired Cowgirl Up, and I say, well, why not Cowboy Up too? So we got Cowboy Up billboards. So it's getting some good reaction.
Oh, very
Yay.
cool. Very cool.
So we also had the wrestling team walk with the tennis team. The tennis team was on a float in the homecoming parade, but the wrestling team was there. It was fun talking to those guys. They were into it. There were about 30 of them there.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Was Branch there too?
He was along the parade route, but
Hmm.
the other guys were a lot of fun. And, they're joking about why they chose wrestling instead of golf. Because the golf team gets sent to Arizona and Hawaii. killing themselves.
You go to North Dakota.
Yeah, wrestling team flies to North Dakota
Yeah.
in the middle of the winter. Yeah.
That's great. Well, you know, I guess we've got, maybe we'll give one more minute to folks. Oh, Sue's on.
Hey,
Hey, Sue. Good to see you. Joanna apologizes. They had to drop off, but sends her love to everybody. And I don't know if all of you heard, Jules sends her love as well, isn't going to be able to join us today either.
Okay, great. Got it. And Angela and Linda were, maybe they got the time wrong, but Linda's visiting Angela in Fort Collins. I went down and saw them a couple of nights ago and they had fun. They're doing what Linda will fly out on Saturday. So I don't know what's going on down there, but Rachel has something going on at the hospital and work. So I guess we'll just get started here. So, hey, I want to welcome everybody. And we got Margaret and Don Martin, my sister and brother-in-law. They're actually in Central Alabama at Lake Martin today. And then we also have Jen and John Miller here in Camino. Emily is in Nashville. And we got Jeff and Muriel with the kids in Roseville. Is that right?
Fair Oaks. Jeff, you're on.
Fair Oaks. Okay,
Yeah, Fair Oaks. Sorry, didn't get there fast enough.
Justin in Pasadena.
That's close enough.
And then we got Sue in Camino. So that's great. So we're going to introduce or launch the Cindy Peterson website here. We're also going to, I guess, maybe for those that can stay on, do some popcorn updates like we did after Marge's memorial service. That turned out to be a lot of fun. Just a 30-second or 1-minute update on you and your family. That would be great here at the end. So let me just begin. I want to thank you. We're going on almost 18 months since Cindy's left us, but you know, I've realized how much your prayers and your encouragement has meant to me and my family here during Cindy's cancer battle and also afterwards. Every time I drive by the medical center of the Rockies, Cindy was there twice for about a week at a time. I think about John Miller saying that open the window, there's going to be a roar coming in from the West Coast. And so that kind of encouragement is really, I guess, part of our family history and very meaningful to me. What I've been learning, I guess, since Cindy left us is, I guess, appreciating her, the poise that she demonstrated during her cancer battle. I've been reading about other cancer patients and their experience, also memoirs of caregivers. And Cindy, I think, is distinctive because of her poise that she shared. That's the best term I can come up with for it. She inspired Rachel and James and I on a regular basis. And I guess one thing I've also realized that caregivers talk about this, or hospice nurses, that at some point the patient becomes the teacher. So Cindy was teaching me in particular about what it's like to be poised and trust God when you're near death. And so she did that. And I think that what she's shown me is, it gives me hope. And that, you know, I'm not, if I have a similar diagnosis or some major problem physically in my life, I don't have to lapse into anger, bitterness, resentment, and those kind of things. So she's been inspirational that way, and it's been picked up by the UW athletic teams, particularly the tennis team. They've been very gracious, and there's a Cindy Peterson Cowgirl Up Award for them. Now it's for mental toughness. So this has been, I guess, crystallized this thought over the months since Cindy left us. And really, Cowgirl Up means displaying mental toughness that inspires others. So Cindy's mental toughness, which was not the Vince Lombardi type or the teeth gnashing, you know, yelling and shouting, but it was a quiet poise and a composure during some very challenging physical circumstances for her. I've also begun to work on a caregiving leadership memoir, and I began that in July. I devoted a month of writing, and I wrote 60 pages. So it was flowing. And I guess who I'm writing that for is people that are dropped into a caregiving situation suddenly. And, I think the story is that learning matters. And we learned the whole way, but particularly in the last 7 months of Cindy's cancer battle. And it was a way for us to love Cindy. I think that's the punchline there, that and allow her to love us too. So that was what was happening in her last months. I've also been in touch with the leading expert on caregiving. His name is Arthur Kleinman. He's a psychiatrist at Harvard Medical School. He and I will connect probably in the coming weeks. He was traveling in Australia when I reached out to him this summer, but my idea is that we would have a caregiving academy, and he understands that, and it could be done through the web. And I think because of HIPAA, health information privacy, it's not done yet. But anyway, there's some things to show other caregiving families how to do our approach and hang in there in a caregiving situation. Linda asked about Cindy's, we had Cindy's brain removed and sent to Duke Medical Center for analysis. And I did hear from the deputy director of the Brain Center a couple of weeks ago by email. She's a very thoughtful and compassionate person. In the healthcare system, you need that, or else things just fall through the cracks. So basically, through a fifth effort from Cleveland, where the nurse there connected with Anik Desjardins, and they're going to give us an update. Surprisingly, the information is not owned by Duke Medical Center. It's owned by the clinical trial company Istari, but they're going to get an update and a report to us for closure. But I think probably the punchline is she had a brain tumor, and that's what caused the complications and took her from us. But we'll get an update probably within the coming months. So you guys ready for the website tour?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. We got, first of all, I want to thank Emily.
I like Mr. Bingley, the Bingley rap.
Okay, he's coming, and he's coming for the kids. Okay, so that's coming. Okay, Emily has stepped up to the plate, and she has hit a home run here with the website for Cindy. We're going to show you the links in the pages now, and then play the Doodles Delight video for the kids. And afterwards, we'll do the popcorn update. So, all right, let me see if I can get the sharing going here. And I want to share here. And then I'm going to share the sound like Emily would want me to do. Okay. And are you seeing that screen?
A blank screen with
we just have your
names.
Your file screen.
Good to see your desktop.
Okay, all right, got it. Okay, so I'm going to pull this over here.
Yes.
Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so the website address is simply cindypeterson.us. cindypeterson.us. And so this is Veterans Day. You know, really across Cindy's life, she manifested real genuine emotional affection for the United States and America. My first date with her at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany, when they presented the colors at the dining in, I heard somebody crying next to me. It was Cindy. It was our first date. So she'd been out of American culture, but yet in that environment, it really touched her. I remember also, I think coming back from France, come through immigration, she was told by one of the immigration people, "Welcome home." And Cindy teared up. So it really meant a lot to her. So cindypeterson.us, that simply is the web address. And so here we are. And the sunflower we've adopted that as a symbol for Cindy. And in ancient cultures, it represented joy, happiness, and loyalty, because the head of the plant tracks the sun across the sky. So in a lot of ways, that's metaphorical for Cindy, and I guess the way that she focused her attention on God through her life. So it does inspire us that way. So the splash page here is Cindy, and she had this picture taken of her I guess, for her music studio. And I think that was taken probably the year before she died, or actually, I guess it was probably 2018. So
Beautiful.
yeah, so it is here. And so this is really the description of, her, I guess what we wrote up as her obituary, but it does depict, how she influenced others through her life there. And so we do have, we're just going to start bouncing here to the links. And Emily, you chime in here, as you see. So just some descriptions of things that we did with Cindy, or she did herself: the Cowgirl Up Walk, the graveside, memorial service, portrait unveiling, bench dedication here. We'll also have a place to add comments here. So we look forward to your comments and chats that you'd place there. When we go to media here, there's videos and there are audios. So we're going to play that doodle video for you here in a little bit, but there are 11 videos here, beginning with the family gathering the night before Cindy's memorial service, also the Cowgirl Up Walk the morning of Cindy's memorial service. The memorial service began with Bach's Prelude. Cindy wanted that played. It was played by Yo-Yo Ma. We have images by Ann Nielsen, the artist, there. So that was played during the memorial service. Cindy singing at our wedding reception, the Nicene Creed, that really captures what she believed. It was done with her group called Pacific. That was in 1984. The Cindy video concerto. A concerto has 3 parts. So her life really in this video is her younger years, and then her adult years after Biola, and then her cancer battle. The Hymn of Heaven song, this is about 5 minutes, but it was recorded in our front room, but it was played at the memorial service, and I think you'll enjoy that a lot too. The tribute video, I made this because I had more photos, but also because, how do you, these were lessons really for young people and people in their teen years and people who are maybe still, charting their course in life. So lessons from Cindy's life here. And some astounding things to me. I can't believe Ray and Marge let her go to Australia when she was 13 by herself. Oh, would anything happen? Well, she got hepatitis, for crying out loud, on the way back, on the way there. So anyway, so I think what she learned from that was that she could do it, and she continued to do it through her life. So lessons like that. We got the Wyoming Where I Belong. These are pictures of Cindy in Wyoming, and it was played at the end of her memorial service. In March of this year, we had the Cindy Peterson portrait unveiling in our home. This is really a gathering of church people, although it started off on the open mic portion. Chi-Chin Wu, who's a music professor here at Wyoming, she talks about how influential Cindy was to her as a student, because Cindy was a practicing music teacher. And so when they were teaching about or discussing music teaching, she had a lot to share that was valuable for her. In April of this year, we had the memorial bench dedication. So this was paid for from the Cindy Peterson Cowgirl Up Fund, which actually it grew in so much that the foundation director contacted me. They had not seen this before, so they wanted to make sure that I was on board. And the way that fund could be used in the future is possibly through some focused effort here at UW that would boost caregiving or caregiving families. And so we'll see how that develops, caregiving leadership, how that develops in the future. So this gathering at the Memorial Bench was at the tennis center, and it was really her tennis friends, and Ange and Rach were there with their families, but there was kind of 2 groups to thank. One was people from church, people of faith in our community, and also our tennis community, who some of them were definitely praying for Cindy as well. And then finally, this summer, I came out with Doodle's Delight. So are you guys ready for Doodle's Delight?
Can't wait.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here we go. This is for the kids.
She was a tip top, the kitten caboodle. She's a tip top. You don't stop her rocking on her bang bang doodle. Say up jump the doodle. Cindy dog now rapping Bingley. Now what you hear is not a test. It's rapping to the beat. And me, you know I stay ready to rap for a treat. See, I am Mr. Bing and I like to say hello. Cindy rocked and she popped with the kitchen pans and her fam love her so. First gotta bang bang the doodle to the doodle. Say up jump the doodle to the bang bang doodle. Let's rock. You don't stop. Rock the rhythm and make a bulldog rock. Heard my voice, but the fam now comes along. Next to rap the Fiedler fam. Come on, fam, sing that song. Check it out. She was a G-R-A-N-D-M-O-M. She went by the name of Lolly in our fam, and these reasons will tell you why. That's Viola had tons of fun singing and playing keys in a crew band in Old West Germany. She had bodyguards, pop rock star. She definitely led the pack. She played a mood synthesizer, and her vocals never lacked. Met a dude that her love shook up the crew. The marriage soon would call. Buckhead community she went to sing. Dunking songs like basketballs. Ain't talking about hymn book, choir robes, or Sunday clothes. That all came to an end. Her play Go Go Jonah for the kids who were prudent gave the chance for singing again. Everybody go, bing, bing, bing. What you gonna do today? Gonna eat a milk bone or a tennis sock and potty walk the hood today. Everybody go, oh, well, don't tell, we comprehend. I say all of the socks are cotton ones, they're dumped in the end. Clear H, James, my mellow, it's on you, so what you gonna do? Well, it's on and on and on and on. Her work didn't stop until the day was gone. She was musical, and she always was on key. She's also known to piano students as our Miss Cindy. Well, she had sung all over the world. She was a vocal student like no other girl. She's going down in history as a red-hot singer with personality. Her hands dance the keys on her Steinway, you know. At first so basic, then Ludwig Beethoven. She taught students in her home, and it was so sweet. Named Wild Teacher of the Year, so clean. As a chef, she could do the freak. Her kitchen brought the flavor to its peak. Cookie baking came without a dare. Her G-Kids rocked the rhythm, shook the derriere. She rattled those pans with Rachel Ray Flair. Often wore Bray bands for the affair. International students won the prize. Cindy welcomed them all. She hypnotized, singing on and on and on and on and on. Students even came from Saskatchewan and singing on and on and on and on. In September trips to Pop the Pop, Don P, Dibby Dibby, Pop the Pop, you don't dare stop. They all became friends like what they got. I guess by now you can take a hunch. Cindy's G-Kids were the favorites of the bunch. And that's okay, we will stay in stride. Singing on and on and on and on. She's like the garden in the back lawn. Singing on and on and on and on. Rock, rock, y'all. Painting's not a bore. Got a paintbrush here, got a roller there. She's painting you out of this atmosphere. Cindy's one of a kind, so good for your mind. She put the TT tickets in your behind. Things aren't gonna stay the same. Come on, please ignite the flame. Remember, y'all, give me what you got. Cindy Peterson, she can make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Bingley's mistress, that's always hot. She does tip top, the kitten caboodle. She's the tip top. You don't stop her rocking on her bang bang doodle. Say up jump the doodle. Cindy dog who proudly rapping Bingley. Skiddly bebop, a wee rock, a Scooby Doo. And guess what, America? She loved you.
How'd the kids like that?
That's cute.
They liked it. Did you do that all in one take? It's all.
I have a very healthy respect for rap artists now. No, that was done in multiple takes. What I've learned is that if you look, a lot of their rapping, it's just one syllable words, so they can spit it out. So, but yeah, so it's very, very clever what they've created there. Okay, so
you go on tour, Mark.
Hey, it could happen, John. It could happen. So we had
fantastic.
Yeah, so that you've seen the video. Now the audio is here, and so Cindy's masterpiece album is here, so it's been digitized. Also, the wedding reception that was November 3rd, 1984. Margaret and Don were there, but you can hear the whole thing. And this is fun. One part of that has been extracted, which is Cindy wanted Matt Ings to give a piece of advice to us as a married couple. So
now I'm going to ask Cindy's grandfather, Mr. Matt Ings, to come up here and give a little advice to the newlyweds. This gentleman is very qualified to give advice to a married couple. Back this past spring.
About a month ago, we received a letter from Cindy asking me to give some advice. Well, I've been laboring over what it should be, and I finally got the message that I shouldn't give any advice. I will instead tell you a little why Cindy thinks that I'm competent or the one who should give such advice. About 20 years ago, Cindy lived with us for a while, and each time I would put my arms around Lonnie, Cindy would crawl in between us and force herself to become part of the hugging. And I kind of got the idea that she remembers that and thinks that we were happily married. And I can't argue about that because we were and have been and still are.
Okay, so I think that what the website can be is, a place that you can go and hear the voices from your family's past and people like Matt and Cindy. And I think it's, just a neat way to go kind of for a walk with them, so to speak, as they do that. There's also Cindy in Belgium. So I still can't get over this. She just studied French for 4 years in high school and then went over and worked in France at Marge's suggestion. So I don't know if that happens for French students in the United States much. So anyway, so there you have the audio page too. The blog it goes directly to the Caring Bridge website, and so it's the archive for all the posts and photos of Cindy's cancer battle, and your good comments and things like that. So that is there from the blog. I put a Cookie Monster page here, so if you ever want to do the cookie recipe for Cindy, this is her favorite cookie recipe: peanut butter oatmeal chocolate chip. So, and Jessica has been making gargantuan cookies.
That picture made them look way bigger than they actually.
Oh, okay.
It looked like they looked massive, but they were appropriate, I promise.
Okay, so another way to remember Cindy. Also, an update on Cowgirl Up, what Cindy's inspired here in Wyoming. And this was a billboard that went up on 3rd Street for 2 months. And this is Maria Oreshkina. She was there at the event in October 2020 with the rest of her teammates to encourage Cindy. They actually raised $500 for her. It was remarkable. And that was really the high water point for Cindy's cancer battle. She declined physically after that, but she did get to play tennis then for the last time, and she actually won. This is the Cowboy Up billboard that we have out there, and this explains what the Cowgirl Up movement is about. I did visit the athletic director here, and this past summer about Cowgirl Up. He took a lot, notes. We met for 30 minutes, and basically I was suggesting that we could adopt Cowgirl Up or Cowboy Up as a battle cry for our athletic teams, and this could go on into our Wyoming culture, into communities to help people that are in big fights like Cindy was. We used to say that to Cindy, Cowgirl Up, but she didn't have the history of saying it at athletic events or hearing other people share that, but really means get the job done, do what you know how to do. So this is a Cowgirl Up. Then finally,
hey, Mark,
yeah.
I was going to ask about the Cowgirl Up award you talked about for mental toughness. Is that just for the women's tennis, or is that for all women's sports?
It's a great question, John. Right now it's just tennis, but we're still developing things. And I'm trying to think if I've got let me see if I can pull up a photo here and I can just show it to you on the screen here. But I was been working with a jeweler in Charlottesville, Virginia, and the jeweler has come up with a ring that I think would be better as an award for our athletes than what they currently hand out. It's a I don't know if you can see that, but
Oh, wow.
so right now they get some. I don't know if you can see that, but it's
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's got it's in a brown background there with gold letters. Those are school colors, and then it's a silver ring. And the idea, I would like to have those awarded to the tennis athletes this spring, just to thank them for what they did and to remind them to always be merciful in their lives. When you wear it, everybody else sees W, but you see M. So this is what they did for Cindy. Was it meant a lot to her family. So in my department here, there's a guy named Mike Burns. He's actually worked for 4 Major League Baseball teams, and he's definitely adept at sports marketing. He's seen the ring, he likes it, and he's going to come by next week. We're going to talk about doing this. Actually, our tennis players might become like the fashion models for the ring. And so as we brand this, we could sell it instead of we could sell it, and then with money made, it could go into the Cindy Peterson Cowgirl Up Fund. So I think we're just beginning with that.
That's the potential. Yeah, very good. Very cool.
Yeah. So
you marketer.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks. Yeah, the athletics folks have been very good to work with. They've never seen this before, but I told them that I've never heard of an athletic team doing a compassionate event for a person fighting cancer. So usually it's one athlete that might do that, or sign autographs or something, or visit a hospital. But here they organized an event, and it was really their assistant coach who did that. Her name's Julie Gonzalez, and she's from Belgium, and she's still there. And so we continue to, I guess, learn how to do this. So a year ago, before the homecoming parade, I hosted a breakfast at our home for the tennis athletes, and that went well. And then we went out to the parade. The governor of the state wound up coming by our parade float while we were decorating it, so they got a picture there with the governor and Mark Gordon. But anyway, this year they had practice. They couldn't do it, but afterwards I realized we could have had a lunch for them. So I think it's we have a very good relationship with the tennis team. And actually the Cindy Peterson Cowgirl Up Award is the only award given at the tennis banquet for the tennis team. And last year it was a beautiful Land's End quilt with a landscape on it and the sun over it rising. And I mean, in that way, it kind of captures the beauty of Wyoming. And also in Wyoming, you want to stay warm, so it makes good sense. So yeah, we'll continue to develop that. But honestly, the Cowgirl Up movement, I could see having regional appeal, and people in our state in this region, and a lot of Wyoming fans live in Colorado, but that it's just kind of an identifier. It's a way you greet each other. And some schools have this. Auburn University is one, and War Eagle is what they say. It makes no sense in terms of their history. They're the Tigers, but they say War Eagle. So, but anyway, it's part of their culture, and it's the way it's a salute. It's the way they greet each other. It's the way
USC says fight on. So that's kind of a greeting that they say, like what you're saying.
And what I told the athletic director, he's got what he calls one Wyoming, which makes sense. There's one team in the state, and we're kind of unifies the state. We also have Go Pokes, but what I told him was, when our defensive unit in football is making a goal line stand and Boise State is breaking the huddle, I don't think the defensive captain is saying Go Pokes or one Wyoming to his teammates. But if he said Cowboy Up, that would mean dig deep, get it done. No excuses, get it done. So he seemed to understand that. And so we'll continue the conversation. But it is interesting that my colleague Mike Burns is now here, and he's now bringing a perspective of sports marketing at the major league level, and he likes what he's hearing and seeing. So we'll see how this develops in the future.
Oh, that sounds great, Mark.
Yeah. So, okay. So now popcorn updates. Why don't we, maybe we'll start in California. What's news with the folks on the screen here?
Well, here, I'm going to show you a picture. Joe just texted this picture. Can you see that?
Oh, kind of move it. Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
I'm trying to figure it out there.
Looks
okay.
great.
Anyway, they say
They
hi.
look great.
They're in Apple Hill with their friends because it's Veterans Day and they're celebrating it with. Anyway, Mark, happy Veterans Day. And if we're talking about something that just reminds, Sue and I have, and we've done it for the last 3 years, we deliver food to our seniors. And a lot of them have passed away, and we see some seniors we're not nurses. We're not nurses. We just deliver food, but we've seen them get sick, and some of them have passed away. Some of them are grumpy and some of them are happy. And it makes us really know how much, we don't want to act like that. We want to be, sweet, and anyway, but I just remember Cindy on her last days, and she was a sweet person right to the end, just sweet. So and had a clear memory. When I went, I think, Mark, I was there like 2 weeks maybe before she passed, or maybe, I don't really know.
No.
Okay. And Cindy still had a pretty, very, very good memory. And I remember her being able to recite, one thing was Psalms 23 perfectly, whereas my mom, even though she knew the Bible back and forth, at her last days, couldn't recall the Bible the way, that was just so much a part of her. But Cindy still had her mind. So but I still thank you, Mark, for being there right with her throughout the whole thing. So anyway.
Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, the worship team came
that
over.
was a jumbled, sorry.
The worship team came over about the time that Jenny and John came in April in 2021. And one of the songs they chose was Holy, Holy, Holy. So the worship team, when they get to verse 3, they're all looking at their music like this. And I looked over and Cindy is singing the words from memory.
Oh.
So, she had, there was cognitive decline, but that had not left Cindy. So that was really sweet, encouraging to see. All right, thanks. Thanks, Millers. How about you, Emily?
I already gave my update.
Okay.
I'm just trucking along.
Okay, great. Do you have anything you want to share about the website?
That it was 100% Dad's idea, and that he did a good job too. So,
hey, Em, are you back in Nashville permanently, or are you moving back and forth between there and Wyoming, or what's your immediate future look like?
I'm in Nashville.
Okay.
And I am, and the future is undetermined.
Tell me what you think about.
I can wait. Well, let's wait until it's a thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. How about Jeff and Muriel?
Say hi.
Say hi, guys.
Say hi. You can wave.
Hey, guys.
Not too much to report. Homeschooling, both the kids. We're doing a hybrid homeschool, so 2 days a week they go and into the classroom setting, and then the other 3 days we work from home. So it's been a good adjustment for the kids, for Lily especially. Then we just finished up soccer last week, so finally a Saturday off tomorrow for the first time in a while. But I was coaching both the teams, and Everett's team was like herding cats, and it was a pain in the butt. We made it through, so. But not too much else to report right now. We got our 3 dogs, 2 cats. Same place we've been living since we've been married. So we're just hanging low here in Sacramento.
So has Muriel been camping lately?
No
That's all
plans.
she She avoids it like the plague. Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, great.
We-
Good up. Yeah.
The funny thing is that all Californians, we all get together and we kind of would like to maybe all move together somewhere else, out of Newsom State, right? But anyway, Muriel is our Islander. She's half Samoan, and we have Tyler who wants to move to Alaska. Well, he spent a summer up in Alaska. So we have the Islander and we have the one that wants warm, and we have Tyler who wants cold. And so
Muriel's allergic to snow.
Yeah. Alaska's not going to happen.
We go to Reno and it's too much of a change.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, pretty much.
It's funny. Jess, how about you?
Not much. I mean, married now, enjoying married life. It's been fun. Every one of our friends are getting married right now. So we've already been to 3 weddings, I think, maybe 4 weddings since being married. And then
That's why I don't make friends. So I just stay
just have no friends is the solution. Because it's really tiring. Like, we'll be in Wyoming in January for a wedding, which I have not been to Wyoming in the winter before. So I need a jacket. I don't know.
Maybe Muriel can join you.
If Muriel, you want to come with me? We'll suffer together. Otherwise, we're doing well. We signed up to run a half marathon in January. So gonna do that. And then I'm in school. Huh? What'd you say?
Wyoming.
Not in Wyoming. This is a separate. That one is in Pasadena. And then I'm just in school. Tanner's in school. And we're just enjoying our whole life is in Pasadena right now, and it's really fun.
Great.
So
Is Tanner doing any wrestling?
he is. He's actually teaching classes at the Pasadena Fight Academy.
Wow.
So he teaches wrestling twice a week, and then he gets like a free membership to the academy because he's coaching there. And so he's been doing jujitsu, which he's been enjoying.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been good for him.
How's his hip? Is it?
It's okay. It's been doing a little better. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. Thanks, Jess. Thanks for a good update.
No problem.
Sue, how about you? Bill?
Well, first of all, I would like to say that Bill would like to have joined us, but he's working, so sorry about that. And then I also want to thank Emily for being a part and helping with this website. You look great, Emily, and I'm glad that you enjoyed your teaching assignment and that you have another one, so that's great. And is that what I understand? Is that correct? That this is your second class, or is it still the same one?
I only have this one semester that I'm teaching.
The one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's still going on. Okay. I did get to look at the website, and I clicked on the Angela and Rachel singing the Phil Wickham song, which is my, I love that song. So I was singing to it, and it brought me tears. And so I just love that everything for the 2 years she was going through her cancer, Cindy was going through her cancer, you included it all. And Mark, you have put us it's going to be hard for when I die or if my husband goes first. We can't measure up. We just won't. You have just done such an awesome job. I just want to say that.
Thank
so anyway, what I want is to go to a Phil Wickham revival where they have a sing-along, and I would love everybody to join us, and we could just have a real good time singing. And if it's just the women, that's fine. I don't care, but that's what I'd like to do. I'm done.
Sounds great. So Margaret Ann Dunn, how about you?
Well, first of all, Mark, the website, and Emily, the website, the design, everything about it is wonderful. I can't say enough good things about it. I think y'all have done a tremendous job, and I can't wait to go through it at my leisure and click on everything in there and just really absorb it all. It's a wonderful tribute to her, and I just really appreciate what both of you did in putting this together. It's wonderful. Well, we are deep in the throes of SEC football. enjoying our season, and we're going to a football game tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Don went to Jacksonville State, and it's their last home game, and we're excited about going to that. We'll be headed up there. We're in our lake house today down at Lake Martin. You can see out this window. You can't see the lake. I was hoping maybe you could, but the lake's so low now you really couldn't see it anyway. We've enjoyed many wonderful family times there. Our grandsons are growing up faster than you can imagine. You all know how that goes. And Eli is 7 now. Andrew is 5. They're just as cute as can be, and we love every minute with them. Daniel, their dad, and our wonderful son-in-law is today with Dude Perfect. Do you know what Dude Perfect is? Any of you?
Jessica would.
Right down her alley. These guys are phenomenal, and they're all over YouTube doing their tricks where they do basketball baskets from across the room and flip things off boards. And I mean, I can't describe it. It's incredible. Daniel is arranging a promotional collaboration with these guys for his company, Boosterthon, who goes around the country arranging fundraising events at grade schools. In fact, they've already arranged one at Angela and Brock's at the girls' school there in Fort Collins. So we're all excited about that, and I think the girls are excited about it. But look for Dude Perfect promotions from Booster in the next year. So really exciting. And of course, we're looking forward to a big Thanksgiving. We're going to have a lot of people around the table, including Olivia, one of Rachel's dear Wyoming friends, and wish we could get Emily, but Emily was going to come. Yeah, we were hoping Emily could join us, but she's got other stuff, so we'll catch her later.
Mark, if you want to be a real true rapper, you have to come to Atlanta and get shot at least once.
That's right. That's right.
Atlanta, yeah.
We can take
congratulations for alumnus of the year too. I'm going to say.
Well, that's great.
Amazing. That was really amazing.
Yeah. Well, so good to hear from everybody. Everybody's sounds like you're doing great. And I look forward to receiving ideas for developing, enhancing the website. Also, for people that are, in a cancer battle, you can use the website to, introduce them to us. I would look forward to being a resource for them as they navigate, that journey. And I do look forward to staying in touch. And, this has been a very fun website launch. Thanks for being with us today.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Hey, guys.
Thanks, Mark.
Looks great, Mark.
Hugs to everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.